Welcome to a double-header new episode of the Demonic Compendium, the show where I discuss the mythology, design, and game history of your favorite Megami Tensei demons. With September being the 30th anniversary of the Megami Tensei game franchise, many people are remembering Cerberus as a highlight of the series, but today I wanted to talk about his underappreciated brother. So get ready to go for a walk, good boys and girls, because today, we're talking about Orthrus. Orthrus is a two-headed dog with a snake tail from Greek mythology, one of many children born between the enormous snake woman Echidna and the giant Typhon. His most notable sibling is Cerberus, the three-headed guard dog of the underworld, but some of his other siblings include the Chimera and the Sphinx. Orthrus went on to have a few kids of his own, the most well-known of which being the Nemean lion, whom Heracles killed for his first of 12 tasks. The mother of the lion is up for debate, but most sources claim Orthrus either had his children with his mother Echidna or his sister Chimera. Like his brother, Orthrus was also primarily a guard dog and was tasked with guarding the cattle herds owned by the terrifying giant Geryon, a job he supposedly did very well until the day Heracles showed up. While the Greek hero may have slain Orthrus' kid for his first labor, his 10th labor required him to steal Geryon's red cattle. Orthrus faced off against the demigod, but sadly his life was cut short, with the two-headed hound dying after only a single hit to the face from Heracles' club, though certain pieces of artwork depict Orthrus' death as the work of arrows instead. Orthrus' Compendium entry from Devil Summoner Raido Kuzunoha vs. the Soulless Army refers to him as the two-headed dog who protected the Titan Geryon's red cattle in Greek mythology. Despite his prowess as a guard, Hercules killed him in one blow while performing his 12 labors. Design-wise, Orthrus has gone through a couple of iterations throughout the franchise. In the original Megami Tensei and Shin Megami Tensei titles, Orthrus was just an altered version of his brother Cerberus, making it a lot easier to see the family resemblance, as they shared traits such as a big mane and a reptilian-like tail. It wasn't until Devil Summoner Soul Hackers that Orthrus finally started to get his own sense of identity in his design, as well as the proper number of heads. Like many other demons in the franchise, the Devil Summoner designs would become the most common standard for the demon in modern titles. In the Devil Children or Demi-Kids series, Orthrus, known as Orthros, may have only had one head, but his punk rockish design features a very interesting design touch keeping true to the lore of the beast. Orthros has a great big scar on his cheek, presumably alluding to that one blow dealt to him by Heracles. While not as strongly highlighted in the games as his brother, Orthrus has been a part of the franchise since its initial creation. Orthrus was something of a major player in Megami Tensei 2, where he worked for Pazuzu, aided the heroine, and even went on to be a loyal partner to the Dark Hero. Orthrus appearing as a loyal guardian is a fairly common trait of his throughout the series, and he even appears as an optional boss alongside another major boss fight in Soul Hackers, depending on the player's decisions. Orthrus has had a few boss appearances in the Shin Megami Tensei series, including being one of the Ikebukuro trials the Demi-Fiend must overcome in Nocturne, as well as appearing as an early game enemy in Shin Megami Tensei 4, where Flynn and friends must defeat him as part of Navarre's challenge. One of Orthrus' biggest roles is perhaps in Last Bible, also known as Revelations the Demon Slayer. Orthrus once again acts as a guard dog to the character Triton and is fought as a boss. However, if El gives the wounded demon a rune, he will join the team as a fairly strong party member. If players are also able to find and recruit Cerberus hidden near the demon village, the two brothers can be fused together towards the end of the game to create Solion, one of the most powerful demons available. Speaking of Cerberus, Orthrus' connection to his brother is often one of his most common traits in the games. Nearly every Megaton game that has unique demon conversations will have the canine siblings interact with one another when prompted, including Nocturne, the earlier Persona titles, and King Abaddon, where the discussion will usually involve Orthrus questioning why Cerberus only has one head. Orthrus will occasionally be able to interact with other demons as well, including Chimera and Nu. Orthrus has appeared in nearly every single Persona RPG title, while not having much of an impact in any of them. Orthrus appears in the form of not only a persona, but a weapon in the 3DS title Persona Q Shadows of the Labyrinth. This weapon for Aegis can be obtained by getting the ripped name tag in the third dungeon of the game. While not a large role, it's worth noting that Orthrus first appears in Persona 5 during the third palace of the game, and acts as the player's introduction to the guard dog form of Shadows. Given his role in mythology, this was a very fitting choice, and Orthrus is known as the twin-headed guardian when fought as a shadow. And so there you have it, Orthrus, the dual-headed doggy defender. Did I leave out something you thought was important? Was I just plain wrong about something? Let me know in the comments below, and don't forget to let me know who you'd like to see me talk about in future episodes. That's going to do it for this episode of the Demonic Compendium, and I'll see you next time. But be careful while you rest that a demon doesn't take over your body.